So now, cervicothoracic part. That which we have discussed was the primary head vein. Now second, cervicothoracic part of anterior cardinal vein. So the same cervicothoracic part will descend down because of descent of heart and elongation of neck. So because of descent of heart and elongation of neck, the cervicothoracic part of anterior cardinal vein will descend down, and for example, on the right side, we are showing this cervicothoracic part of anterior cardinal vein here, and on the left side, we are showing this cervicothoracic part of anterior cardinal vein. Draw it. Now, here it will open through common cardinal vein. We know this. It is opening through common cardinal vein. And where will it open? It will open in the right horn of sinus venosus. So therefore, here this will be the sinus venosus. Same way, the left side, anterior cardinal vein, will also drain here through common cardinal vein. This is how we have to show. Now it is very important to note down, to mark the diagram. Here we will mark this as anterior cardinal vein. Which side, which part? Cervicothoracic part. And which is this side? Right side. Here we will name this as the right side common cardinal vein, or it is also known as duct of Cuvier, which we have discussed this in previous segments. This vein over here, we will name it as right side posterior cardinal vein, which is draining the blood from lower limb. This is draining the blood from lower limb. We are interested in this segment. Same way over here. This side, left common cardinal vein left side. This will be the anterior cardinal vein left side, and this will be the posterior cardinal vein on the left side. And here we are having this sinus venosus. Very interesting changes. Now here, there will be oblique connection from the left to the right. So therefore, the oblique connection will come from the left to the right side between the two anterior cardinal veins. So between the two anterior cardinal veins, there is an oblique venous connection, and that will be in oblique direction from left to right. Very simple. Now, above this oblique connection, from right and left side, there will be drainage of blood from right upper limb and left upper limb. So drainage of blood from the right upper limb and drainage of blood from the left upper limb. So this vein which is draining the blood here is known as left subclavian vein, and this blood which is draining the blood here will be known as right subclavian vein. So here we need to mention this as right subclavian vein, and here this will be mentioned as left subclavian vein. The portion of vein which is lying perpendicular, see here, the portion of vein, cervicothoracic portion, which is lying perpendicular above the opening of subclavian vein, will be now known as the portion of anterior cardinal vein, which is lying above the opening of subclavian vein. This portion of anterior cardinal vein will be known as internal jugular vein. So therefore, this much vein here will be known as internal jugular vein. So here we will name this as the right internal jugular vein. And same way over here, I don't have space here, but the portion of the left anterior cardinal vein above the opening of the left subclavian vein will be known as the left internal jugular vein. So internal jugular veins will develop from the anterior cardinal veins above the opening of subclavian vein. Now the interesting portion, the portion of the left anterior cardinal vein between opening of subclavian vein and this oblique anastomosis, this first portion, so I will name this as first, and second portion, this oblique anastomosis. So portion number 1 plus portion number 2, the oblique anastomosis, will lead to development of left brachiocephalic vein. So therefore, we need to give this color, and here we will color this much section as the left brachiocephalic vein. So let us write down this as 1 plus 2, and this will lead to the left brachiocephalic vein. What about the right brachiocephalic vein? Now you will be able to tell me. Right brachiocephalic vein is developed from right anterior cardinal vein between the opening of subclavian vein and the oblique anastomosis. So this much section will develop into right brachiocephalic vein. The portion of right anterior cardinal vein between the opening of subclavian and oblique anastomosis. So therefore here also this we will color it. So this will be known as the right brachiocephalic vein. Now we come to the superior vena cava. Superior vena cava will be developed from two parts. First part, caudal end of the, this is the caudal end of the right anterior cardinal vein. Caudal end of right anterior cardinal vein, which will lead to development of, now here, this much part will lead to the development of extra pericardial portion of superior vena cava. So mark down as extra pericardial portion of superior vena cava. It will develop from caudalmost part of the right anterior cardinal vein. Second, what is this second part? Right common cardinal vein. The entire right common cardinal vein will lead to development of intrapericardial portion of superior vena cava. It will lead to development of intrapericardial portion of superior vena cava. So therefore, superior vena cava is developed from number 1, that is from the caudalmost part of the right anterior cardinal vein, which will lead to development of extrapericardial part of superior vena cava, and second part will be from the right common cardinal vein, which will lead to development of intrapericardial portion of superior vena cava. Now we come to the left side. Very interesting. This segment is very interesting. What will happen to the left anterior cardinal vein below this oblique anastomosis till left common cardinal vein? This much segment of left anterior cardinal vein will retrogress in size. So it will regress in size, and later on it will lead to the development of the first structure. This will be known as the left superior intercostal vein. So here we mark this as left superior intercostal vein. This is one structure. And second structure will be, it will lead to the, here green color I will use, so it will differentiate slightly. So it will lead to the development of, here we come to this, ligament of left vena cava, or this will be known as fold of Marshall. So this will be the ligament of vena cava or fold of Marshall. So therefore here also we will mark this as fold of Marshall or ligament of vena cava, ligament of the vena cava or fold of Marshall. These questions are asked in one mark question answer or in MCQs. The left anterior cardinal vein will lead to development of two structures. It will lead to development of left superior intercostal vein and the ligament of vena cava, or it is called fold of Marshall. What about the left common cardinal vein? Now this left common cardinal vein will also retrogress in size, and this retrogress size will lead to the development of, now see here, this left common cardinal vein will lead to development of the oblique vein of the left atrium. Mark down. So it is known as the oblique vein of left atrium. This will lead to the development of oblique vein of left atrium. That will be the left common cardinal vein. Note down this, very important, one mark question answers. Therefore, here we finish our entire development of superior vena cava, where we have to mention what happens to the left anterior cardinal vein and the left common cardinal vein. This is very important. Now we come to anomalies. If we have time, do we have time? Yeah. So anomalies, two anomalies will be there. In the anomalies of superior vena cava, number one, double superior vena cava. Double superior vena cava means only one, there will be non-development of this oblique vein. This oblique vein, the oblique anastomosis, will not develop. If this does not develop, that means the left anterior cardinal vein will flourish as the left side superior vena cava, and it will also open through this vein, oblique vein of left atrium. And where does it open? It will open into the same. It will open through this oblique vein of left atrium into the right atrium also. So this is one of the anomaly. Second anomaly will be only left-sided superior vena cava, and that will be because of non-development of the right anterior cardinal vein, which will lead to development of the left anterior cardinal vein, which will be present as left superior vena cava. So here we finish our development of superior vena cava. Thank you very much.